of the Ministry of External Affairs to conduct the proceedings.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this press event. To begin the proceedings, may I request the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to deliver his statement to the press.
Chancellor Dr. Merkel.
Chancellor Dr. Merkel, respected members of the German delegation, members of my cabinet, friends, good morning. Guten Tag. It is a great pleasure for me to warmly welcome Chancellor Dr. Merkel and her delegation to India. Angela Merkel is considered one of the longest serving outstanding leaders, not just of Europe, but of the entire world. I am proud and pleased that she is a friend of India and of myself. For the last almost 1.5 decades, she has made an important contribution to strengthening relations between India and Germany. I would like to express my gratefulness to her for this. Today, we have just had the 5th meeting of intergovernmental consultations between us. I have been fortunate to have participated in 3 of these biannual meetings with Chancellor Merkel. Thanks to this unique mechanism, we have been able to deepen our cooperation in every field. The agreements that we have signed today bear testimony to this. I am very pleased that between India and Germany, our far-reaching and strategic cooperation has progressed in all fields, in particular in the area of high technology. Friends, in the year 2022, India will celebrate the 75th year of its independence. We have set ourselves the target of building a new India by then. In carrying out this multi-dimensional task, the expertise of a technological and economic powerhouse like Germany will be very useful for India's priorities and needs. Therefore, we have paid special emphasis on increasing cooperation in areas such as high technology, artificial intelligence, skills, education, and cybersecurity.
विशेष बल दिया है
E-mobility, fuel cell technology, smart cities, inland waterways, coastal management.
जैसे क्षेत्रों में सहयोग बढ़ाने पर विशेष बल दिया है ई मोबिलिटी, फ्यूल सेल टेक्नोलॉजी, स्मार्ट सिटीज, इनलैंड वाटरवेज, कोस्टल मैनेजमेंट, नदियों की सफाई और पर्यावरण संरक्षण में सहयोग की नई संभावनाओं को विकसित करने का हमने फैसला किया है। इन क्षेत्रों में हमारा सहयोग क्लाइमेट चेंज के खिलाफ साझा प्रयासों में भी मदद करेगा। व्यापार और निवेश में अपनी बढ़ती हुई भागीदारी को और गति देने के लिए हम प्राइवेट सेक्टर को प्रोत्साहित कर रहे हैं। चांसलर मर्केल और मैं दोनों देशों के कुछ प्रमुख बिजनेस और इंडस्ट्री लीडर से मुलाकात भी करेंगे। हम जर्मनी को आमंत्रित करते हैं कि रक्षा उत्पाद के क्षेत्र में उत्तर प्रदेश और तमिलनाडु में डिफेंस कॉरिडोर में अवसरों का लाभ उठाएं। फ्रेंड्स, भारत और जर्मनी के विश्वास और मित्रतापूर्ण संबंध डेमोक्रेसी, रूल ऑफ लॉ जैसे साझा मूल्यों पर आधारित है। इसलिए विश्व की गंभीर चुनौतियों के बारे में हमारे दृष्टिकोण में समानता है। इन विषयों पर हमारे बीच विस्तार से चर्चा शाम को जारी रहेगी। आतंकवाद और उग्रवाद जैसे खतरों से निपटने के लिए हम बायलैटरल और मल्टीलैटरल सहयोग को और घनिष्ठ बनाएंगे। एक्सपोर्ट कंट्रोल रेजिम्स और विभिन्न अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मंचों में भारत की सदस्यता को जर्मनी के सशक्त समर्थन के लिए हम जर्मनी के आभारी हैं। दोनों देश सुरक्षा परिषद, संयुक्त राष्ट्र और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यवस्था में अन्य आवश्यक सुधार शीघ्र कराने के लिए सहयोग और प्रयास जारी रखेंगे। योर एक्सेलेंसी, भारत जर्मनी संबंधों का भविष्य उज्जवल है। इसके लिए मैं एक बार फिर आपके कुशल नेतृत्व और हमारे सभी सहयोगियों बहुमूल्य सहकार्य के लिए धन्यवाद देता हूं। दानके शॉन, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. It is now my pleasure to invite Her Excellency Dr. Angela Merkel, Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, to deliver her statement.
Ja, sehr geehrter Premierminister, lieber Narendra Modi, ich freue mich, heute wieder einmal in Indien zu sein zu den 5. Regierungskonsultationen und möchte mich auch im Namen aller Regierungsvertreter ganz herzlich bedanken bei den indischen Kollegen und bei Ihnen persönlich für die freundliche und freundschaftliche Aufnahme. Unsere beiden Länder verbinden strategische Beziehungen und ich darf auch sagen freundschaftliche Beziehungen. Und ich habe bei meinen Besuchen oder bei unseren Treffen sehr, sehr viel über Indien gelernt und erfahren, wenngleich man gar nicht genug lernen kann, weil Indien ja so etwas wie ein Kontinent mit so vielen verschiedenen Kulturen und Traditionen ist. Und unser Besuch ist ja sozusagen angesichts der Weite des Landes nur eine Stippvisite. Aber die unterzeichneten Memoranden zeigen.
But the memorandums of understanding show how broad our field of cooperation is, and the declaration that we have adopted illustrates it once again. We find different areas of cooperation in these documents, that is artificial intelligence and digital transformation. There's a huge potential here, especially when it comes to digitalization. But the development is very fast. Also when it comes to 5G and AI, it's a challenge. And if we work together, this would be a wonderful way of cooperation. It's also about trade, innovation, investment and knowledge. We know that our economic relations have increased. However, they could be intensified even more. I would like to commend the fact that due to we have a contact here in India, we can bring some cases where difficulties have occurred in terms of economic investments. We could really find help here quickly, and making India a modern industrialized nation, make it in India, is an endeavor that cooperation in this field. 20,000 Indian nationals are studying in Germany. We would like to see even more, and especially when it comes to vocational training, we want to have an exchange of teachers too, which will help us to find the right teaching methods. It's a big part of our cooperation. We will be happy to engage in big infrastructure projects that you are envisaging and that you are developing further. In terms of sustainable development and climate protection, we intend to work together very closely. There are many areas, both in environmental areas like waste management, pure water, and also climate issues. India has a rather low CO2 footprint, but the future industrial development, of course, needs to be as sustainable as possible. 74 gigawatts of renewable energy is already here in India, and that's something that you have reiterated and moved forward again and again. I can only congratulate you on that success. We want to bring people together. This morning I spoke with representatives of women's associations working in many different fields. And I believe in the fields of equality, things can still be improved. The ability to work, childcare, women and their careers, also in science. I think these are fields where we can work together in the future too. And I think we will have the opportunity to work in other fields too, like football has been mentioned, but also the exchange of cultural goods will be fields where we really can bring people together and where people can learn more about the culture of the partner country. Germany can learn a lot about Indian culture. Indian culture is not as present in Germany as it should be. A big area also is agricultural cooperation, and the means of digitalization come in here too. Indian farmers are numerous. A big share of people works in the agricultural sector, almost 50%. And if you think about the 1 or 2% of the population or the working population in Germany who works in the agricultural sector, shows us that this is a major topic for India. Also, when it comes to post-harvest losses, I think our contribution can also be valuable to India. We have brought a business delegation with us, most importantly SME who want to start engaging in business in India. There is a strong will to do business in India, to be present in this growing market and also support that, but also make it a win-win situation for both countries, because in the economic sector we really want to benefit from each other, and in the on the state level we want to learn from each other. Defense, cyber and so forth are all areas of cooperation. There is a broad spectrum of cooperation. I would like to thank everybody involved for this excellent declaration that we can sign today. Thank you very much for your hospitality. We will have more occasions to meet today. I would like to remind us of the fact that Mahatma Gandhi was born 150 years ago. I was able to lay a wreath this morning, and I'm delighted to be able to visit the house he was raised in. And his peaceful revolution was inspiring for so many people all across the globe. The fact that I can stand here before you today is linked to the fact that on the 9th of November, 30 years ago, a wall came down in Berlin, or was opened, also on after a peaceful process. And that shows us that there are traditions that Germans and Indians can be very proud of.
Thank you all for joining.